So you want to make money online, right? But you're probably tired of all the hype, all the confusing advice out there. What you really need is a clear, realistic plan that actually works for someone just starting out. Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We are going to break down a simple, no-fluff playbook for making your first dollar online in 2026. But first, we got to get real for a second. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. As you see here, a real business takes time, it takes effort. Building an income stream is real work, and you know what? That first month might just be about learning the ropes and building some experience. If you can get your head around that, you're already way ahead of the curve. So, where do we even begin? Well, it really all boils down to two fundamental paths you can take. On one side, you've got the service path. This is where you use your skills, your time, often supercharged with AI, to help people. On the other side, there's the product path, where you build a digital asset one time and it sells itself over and over. This choice, it's kind of the most important decision you're going to make. All right, let's dive into path number one, the service hustle. We're going to break down how this actually works. And the big advantage here, you can start with literally zero financial investment. Your capital is just your time and your willingness to learn a new skill. That's it. And here's the real secret to this whole thing. You're not just selling a task. You're selling convenience. You're selling clarity. See, a lot of business owners, they could probably do this stuff themselves, but they were just swamped. Your service saves them time and stress, and believe me, that is incredibly valuable to them. So what would a service like this even look like in the real world? Well, check this out. It's a brilliant example. An AI idea testing service. There are tons of entrepreneurs out there with cash, but they're absolutely terrified of betting on the wrong idea. So you come in, you use AI to do all the heavy lifting, and you give them a report that tells them, hey, this idea is worth pursuing. You're literally helping them dodge a massive financial bullet. And what do you actually give them? It's not just some vague opinion, right? It's a structured 5-step validation report, just like this. You summarize the idea in simple terms. You check if people actually want this thing. You look at the competition. You figure out who the customer is. And then you deliver that final, data-backed verdict, a clear go or no-go. You're selling pure, unadulterated clarity. Okay, that sounds great, but how do I start? It's actually way simpler than you'd think. First, just practice. Mess around with free AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude. Create a few sample reports for, I don't know, imaginary businesses. That's your portfolio. Then go find potential clients where they hang out, startup groups on LinkedIn or Facebook, and offer to do the first one for free. It's all about building that trust before you can start charging. All right, let's switch gears and talk about the second major path you can take. This one is all about building a scalable digital product. We're talking about creating an asset that can make you money even when you're not actively working on it. Yeah, even while you sleep. And honestly, this chart right here says it all. This is exactly why digital products are so attractive for beginners. I mean, just look at it. The upfront cash you need for physical products is huge. Services, it's low, but digital products, it's the lowest of all. You can get started with practically zero financial risk. Now, the real game changer here comes down to one simple word: scalability. With a service, you're always trading your time for money. There are only 24 hours in a day, right? But with a digital product, like an ebook, you create it one time and it can be sold an infinite number of times, 24/7, all without you having to lift a finger. So why specifically ebooks on Amazon? Well, think about it. Amazon isn't just a store. It's a search engine for people who are ready to buy. They're not just browsing, they're actively typing in problems they have, like how to start meal prepping. If your book is the solution, they find you. Plus, with print on demand, you never ever risk a single dime on inventory. Now, I can hear the biggest objection already, but I'm not a writer. And look, that's the beautiful thing about this. You really don't have to be. You can create low-content books like journals or planners, or design-based books with puzzles. You can even use AI as a co-writer to help you draft a nonfiction book. The barrier to entry has truly never been lower. Okay, so we've looked at two very different but very powerful paths. You've got the service hustle, and you've got the digital product. Now comes the most important part of this whole thing, deciding which one of these is actually right for you. So let's put these two head-to-head. The service hustle? You're going to see money faster, for sure. But your income is always going to be capped by your time. It's perfect if you're a good communicator and you need cash right now. On the other hand, the digital product. It takes longer to get going, but its income potential is totally uncapped and passive. This is the path for the long-term thinkers, for patient builders. See, there's no one right answer, only the answer that's right for you. So after all this talk, what really matters is taking that first step, because all this knowledge is totally useless without action. So let's make this incredibly, incredibly simple. If that service path is speaking to you, here's your homework. Find one local business that you like, a coffee shop, a bookstore, whatever, and offer to create one of these validation reports for them, completely free. That's it. That one single action is going to teach you more than watching another 10 hours of videos. And if the product path is the one calling your name, your first step is maybe even simpler. Just open a blank document and outline a short, maybe 10-page ebook on any topic you know something about. It could be about cooking, about your favorite video game, whatever. Just create the outline. That's your first move. So there you have it. The playbook, the pros, the cons, and a simple first step for each path. The analysis part is over. Now, the only question that really matters is the one right here on the screen. Service or product? What's your first move?